today.
Special?
Oh,
Yeah, you dig what I'm saying? Welcome back, Bryan Roush.
it feels special.
I'm happy to be back.
I know it's gonna be good. Roman is gonna get you hell, boy. I just know it.
Oh, he's gonna say something out of pocket. Like,
Yeah,
I just can feel it right now.
I know it. I know it's coming.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back.
Yeah, man, how you doing? You good? I know you like that. I know you like that. How long you been back, man? I see the girls in the club, they getting wild for me. And all the pretty chicks all wanna smile at me. These rap cats, man, they all got this style from me. And if I ever see them, man, they probably bow to me. And when this beat drop, I know they gon' lean. World debut, I know they gon' fiend. Everything Mississippi to the Palm Springs. Girls from brunettes down to blonde queens. These young boys don't know what a dawn mean. I'm just a bad boy gone clean. I'm the diamond chain choker, always remain sober.
Yo.
Welcome to Films in Black and White, everybody. Absolutely. And welcome back to the one, the only, the infamous, back from his tour of the South Pacific and the Asian continents, Bryan Roush. How you feeling, sir?
Oh, wow. That is quite an intro. Thank you.
Yeah.
That was a wonderful intro. By the way, that was an excellent video package of me.
Thank you.
I believe that's me laughing and or like being like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they said this. That was a wonderful montage of moments, and I appreciate that you went and found all those. I'm really touched.
My
that
favorite
was really
was the
cool.
way the finger started. That was my favorite.
I can't even tell you what that was from, but it was funny as fuck when I found it.
It's also really fun. It's also fun to see those, Marcus, those clips backwards, to see just how the setup changed over time. Because there was at one point that Bryan and Maggie had completely different wallpaper in that room.
Yeah. Well, even Bryan's, like, it's his hair. His facial hair, his hairstyle.
Oh, gosh.
Like when he first started, it was very clean cut. It was like clean shaven. There was no face. And now it's like, look at this guy. I also have one more video for you, Bryan.
You do?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I do.
I am a little overwhelmed. Wow, that was a great welcome back, y'all. I'm so happy to be back. This is, man, it's been like almost, I want to say like 6 weeks since I've been on the pod. So
yeah, dude.
Yeah. So it's been a minute. Oh my gosh, it is so good to see you guys. I'm so happy to be back.
We are so happy to have you back, Bryan. How are things in your world? Like, what's new? What have you done? Like, what's going on in Bryan Roush land?
Talk to us, Daddy.
Yeah. So, for listeners new and old, my wife Maggie had a voluntary double mastectomy surgery, and she did this because they discovered that she had the BRCA2 gene. And if you don't know what that is, that's okay. Yeah, if you have genetic testing offered by your doctor, it's one of the things they scan for, and this gene makes it so you're more likely to have cancer, essentially. And so after we found that out, Maggie made the decision to have these voluntary surgeries where she would be most likely having cancer, just to have those parts removed. So she had a hysterectomy last year, and then this year she had a double mastectomy. And she is like the bravest person I know, and I'm so proud of her. And so for the past I guess 3 to 4 weeks, it feels like 6 weeks, but for the past 3 to 4 weeks, I've basically just been in full support of her recovery, and we're on like day 33 here. It's usually like a 6-week recovery, so that's like when you start to kind of feel like yourself. It's quite a bit of a recovery. So that has been my life for the past 4 to 5 weeks. That's been my life, taking care of Maggie and doing everything with the kids. We had a ton of people come to help out, so I just want to give a shout out to anyone and everyone that has helped us out, whether you sent us a gift card or you came and watched the kids or you picked up the kids from school. I don't know who's watching. It could be any of my neighbors. So there's so many names to count. I'm not going to get into all of that. We'll reach out to you, but I just want to say thank you to all the community support that we've received. We wouldn't have been able to do it without a village. So that has been in summary my life since the last time I've been on the pod.
Beautiful. Shout out to Maggie Roush, one of the strongest motherfuckers alive.
Yes.
Respectfully. Well, shout out to Bryan Roush. Also will be one of the strongest motherfuckers alive, respectfully. The entire Roush family. I mean, to do that, obviously, you know, we love this space that we've created for us as a podcast and a group of friends first before podcast. And just being able to support him by, you know, him just being able to step away and always having a spot with us, I think is like one of the most important pieces too, right? It's like, and this is not a pat on our backs. I think that it's just, it commemorates our friendship of like, just being like, dude, you need to step away. You step away and you do what you got to do for your family, because that is the most, like, first and foremost the priority. And so that takes strength in itself to be able to do that. And as men, I think it's also important that we understand that, like, that mental toll, that weighs on having to provide in the meantime when your partner's down, or, you know, stepping up for kids or stepping up for your family and your household and having to lead in those capacities, that I hope that you are also taking care of yourself along the way, and that, you know, you made time for yourself whenever it is deemed appropriate. But we are just glad to have you back on this podcast, Bryan. Really. I have another video for you, by the way. I'm not going to play the full thing, but I made you something this morning that I thought you all would enjoy. Is everybody ready?
Jeez. Okay.
Yeah, dude, DJ spin.
Yeah, there you go.
Bryan, you're muted. AKA glass don't go there.
That was amazing. I'm so overwhelmed. And yes,
Yes.
the some glassware goes in specific spots. You know, that's a story for another time. But yeah.
Yeah.
But thank you. I feel the love.
about that?
Thank you, guys.
Yeah. Bryan,
You know what's funny about that is that I have pictures on my. Bryan came back, and apparently StreamYard can only handle 2 people, so here we are.
I'm hearing you.
We did it. This is really, really fucking great. But I have all of those pictures of those glasses on my phone, like, saved in my camera roll, because how I sent them.
For what?
I don't know. So I just have those. So, like, I'll be swiping through, like, pictures of the kids, and then, like, the fish one with all the shot glasses will show up, or the one that's just the tentacle one will show up, and so it's a nice little reminder of where we've been. So those
people
good
can
times,
do amazing things with bourbon tumblers. The people are so talented. That's amazing.
A little bit too talented.
Yeah. Not me, but some people, yes. Marcus J. Destin, aka a Star Wars and Star Trek crossover. Yeah. How you feeling, sir?
I'm feeling good. I told you all last week about me on my James Tiberius Kirk kick that I'm on. More specifically, the new Star Trek. I did finish the other 2 Star Trek movies this weekend. And I want to say, I know that some of those get a lower rating, but I do feel like that was a pretty good trilogy. The third Star Trek movie, Star Trek Beyond, really does trilogy you to death. It does all the things that they think a trilogy should do, which is like just trying to. These people are MacGuffins as actors. They are older. You can see it. They done got the same kick and that spice, but they're trying to tell this conclusion looping story. So it's interesting, but I think it's a good story within it. You know, I forgot that Idris Elba was in it. Was the villain in that one. That kind of threw me the fuck off guard, because I absolutely forgot, because he's in makeup for fucking, 85% of that fucking movie. Anyway, I watched that, watched some other things. No, he's a Kroll. Well, his name is Kroll. I don't know the
Oh.
species of alien. I think it's a new alien species.
Yeah, it felt from what I remember, it's like all brand new. It's
Uh-huh.
these like I don't know. I cannot.
They
I can
never
barely
went.
remember that movie.
They never went full Klingon, which I think
No.
was super interesting. They did it for like, hey, we need to go hunt down Khan when he was on the planet Klingon in the second movie, but they never went full Klingon, which was the only thing I was like, were y'all too scared to like fucking like? Why didn't they do Borgs either? Like I thought that I grew up watching like that
Yeah.
Star Trek with the Borgs and stuff, but
Yeah.
I don't know why the fuck they didn't do that. Anyway, I'm here. I'm glad that my guy is back. I have been deep diving. I don't know why Star Trek and Star Wars won't do a crossover. I think it makes perfect sense to me. But
Man.
there you go.
I mean, I can't see. I mean, it's not like it couldn't fit. Like,
The Jedi are going on a planet, or they're going to we hit a wormhole in Star Trek and they end up in the Star Wars galaxy. They all have the same weaponry and futuristic retro
Oh my gosh.
technology.
There are
they
angry
stumble into shit
nerds.
all
I know,
the time.
I know.
Like,
They steaming, Brian. I
Oh
know,
my
I
gosh.
know that they are fucking upset.
No.
I know it.
Yeah.
There's people in their basements right now, like painting their Starship Enterprises, shaking with rage, and they don't know why. Because honestly, I mean, like Star Wars is like technically space fantasy with like the Force and how that's like magic, and Star Trek is just so very like, oh, well, we're going to talk about these diplomatic measures of this M-class planet, and if you violate the Prime Directive, well, no, you know, like it's just such different tones. Even the Kelvin verse, like the J.J. Abrams you're talking about, Marcus, like even then, Chris Pine is still like, hey, you know those rules? I don't think so. And he rides that for 3 movies, and it's great.
3 movies when he's an old McGruffin when he wants to come back to Earth because he's tired of being in space for 5 fucking years.
Yes, like, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but that's it.
I just think it's weird that there's a talks of the Republic and all of that political talk in Star Wars, and then there is the fleet, like the Starship fleet is like. And Brian, can you help me just real quick before we go check in with Doug?
Sure.
Can you tell me like Starship, like the fleet aren't space cops? Is that correct?
Correct. In
What's the
in the Star
equivalent?
Wars universe?
Oh, in Star Trek. I'm sorry.
Star Trek. So the Star Trek universe, like the Federation is primarily for like exploration and like maintaining the other Federation planets and stuff like that. They're not going around being like, hey, you violated the Prime Directive. Get in my starship. Like it's supposed to be this idea of like a post-scarcity society and them bringing stuff to other places and then not touching societies or civilizations if like it would cause irreparable damage, essentially. So it's this idea that they're primarily explorers and maintaining their own federation.
They're space pirates in reverse.
I mean,
it feels more sciencey than that, though, right? Like they're going out there to explore for the sake of exploration. Like they
there's a captain, there's a first officer, there's a ship.
That's like Starship language.
That's pirate talk. That's space pirates.
No, they're not pirates. They're helping people. Is that why you call them reverse pirates?
Reverse pirate James Tiberius Kirk. Arg. But so like that is the premise.
They don't want this help. Too bad. We're here to save the day.
Too bad you're gonna take it.
Doug
Yeehaw Wagner, how are you doing there, partner?
Well, yeehaw, I'm doing real great. I'll tell you that right now. I spent all of last week in Oklahoma, so I'm feeling very southern, but also simultaneously not. I don't know what Oklahoma is. Oklahoma is a weird,
isn't it?
You know, they talk about like gap states, like they're like flyover states and gap states. Oklahoma is just kind of one of those like, hey, do you want a little bit of maybe everything? Welcome to Oklahoma.
Isn't it technically Midwest? Is it?
No, it's not. It's not.
It's south of Missouri, so I don't count it as Midwest.
No,
it's like mid-southwest.
Yeah,
mid-southwest. Okay,
mid-southwest. Yeah. It's not southern because then you start to get into like Arkansas, Alabama.
Right.
Like that's southern, but it's also not southwest like Arizona, New Mexico. It's kind of its own thing.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're trying to categorize it, they only have Whataburgers there. So if we're trying to by their fast food chains, if we're trying to place it somewhere, that's where we would place it. but yeah, it was good. I was in Tulsa all week, so that was fun, and then came back and had to deal with snow, which has been a lot. We've had a
Oh my
lot
gosh.
in these first couple of weeks, and which is
Yeah.
exciting, but it feels like a lot. And then yeah, man, just kind of keeping on. In terms of my what I'm reading, watching, I'm watching a lot of stuff on Warhammer Plus. So they have their own app where they put in
What?
all of their shows and stuff. Yeah.
Warhammer Plus? Is this a
Yeah. So they
joke?
No. I'm being dead serious. So they'll have they produce their own animations, and then they also do
What?
painting tutorials or diving into the lore. So they'll have a guy. So literally, the lore is
Okay.
so deep for
I'm
some of this
in.
40K. So for some of this 40K stuff, that it'll be like there's a guy, and they're like 15 minutes. This one feels like a joke, but I swear to God, it's not. It's a guy basically standing in front of a green screen. He's like, okay, did you ever wonder why the space orcs do this? Do you have 15 minutes to talk about why they did this in this? And he'll just go he doesn't. I don't even think he breathes. He just talks and goes into it for an extended period of time, which is great. But it's also a lot.
Wow.
I've also recognized.
Do you pay for that app?
Yes, I do. But I
Hey,
enjoy
no
it.
shame.
No shade.
Yeah.
I was just wondering.
No.
Like,
Yeah,
I
I
was just
do.
wondering.
But it's like $4.
No.
I'm
I'm
not.
not
Yeah.
judging you at all. I pay for the Dropout app to watch people
Yeah.
play D&D. Like, don't look at me. I don't give a fuck.
But the other thing that I've also realized is that you guys were talking about where the Star Wars universe is and what people's roles are there, and then
Oh, yeah.
Star Trek.
Yes.
And then I was also thinking about because the more that I watch some of this stuff and get into some of this backstory, the Imperium of Man is not. They're not good. They're
No.
not good.
No.
They're not good.
No.
That's the thing
There's-
with space movies is man is always the problem. It's
Yes.
never really the space aliens, even when we cohabitate with each other, even in Star Trek.
Yep.
Man is typically the issue of of the problem.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%. So their sole purpose is to bring worlds into compliance. So they'll
Oh, God.
go up, talk to the people who run that whole planet, and they're like,
Yeah.
look, obviously the Emperor's in charge, right? And if your answer is anything but yes, obviously, they're like, we're gonna have to take you down a peg. But the fucked up thing is even for the planets that are in compliance, they're expected to tithe and give gifts back to the Emperor. So get this. You can have your own planet, and let's say your planet is fighting aliens, and in the middle of this battle,
Oh, golly.
the Imperium can show up and be like, hey, it's really some really great ammo you have over there. They're like, yeah, but it's not enough, or otherwise this last city and all of its people are going to die. And they're like, ooh, well, we need it. So this is your tithe. We expect you to comply. And then they just take it and they leave. They don't leave anything behind to help them support. They just fucking take it and go. And so there's
That's
a
the
part
plot of Rebel Moon, ain't
it? Yeah, they take the wheat.
Yeah, it kind of is. You're not wrong. You kind of is.
Slow motion wheat theft.
They beat the shit out that man, that old man with that big ass sticky head.
Slow motion wheat theft is so perfect. So yeah, so I'm doing that, and then I was on a plane, so I watched some stuff. What did I watch?
Excellent.
Yeah, who'd you bring
on
down
the
to
way
pick?
back,
Yeah.
I watched The Wolf of Wall Street for 800 times for the 800th
Yes.
time.
Interesting.
Yes.
But
Good
I've seen
movie.
it before. But here's the thing. Here's the problem is that and I blame TikTok for this. TikTok will show me three clips, and I'll go, I should watch that whole fucking movie. It's
Yes.
just it's one of
Yeah.
those things where it
Yep.
shows me 3 and that's it.
Yeah.
In between kids getting hurt and dogs now for some reason. And it just I'll see 3 clips of hey, you remember the movie 316 to Yuma? And I'll be like, oh yeah,
Oh.
I remember that movie.
Yeah.
You should watch that movie. And I'm
Yeah.
like, well, fuck yeah, I guess you're kind of right. I should.
I feel like the TikTok clips that they pick, they show you core moments from
Yeah.
Yes.
the movie that you're like, oh, that is something either that I usually don't want to watch that movie. Like, I feel like the first step of engagement for movies is like, I hate this plot device that I gotta get past. Like, cause I get secondhand embarrassment from some of the plot devices that be here. I'm like, fuck. Like, that's why I hate watching rom-coms, cause I'd be like, God damn it. Like, I gotta go through the breakup scene. I fucking hate the breakup scene.
But Marcus, what are we gonna do about the concert at the end of the movie if the female love interest isn't there? There's
Bryan,
nothing we can possibly do.
Can we just
That
get
was
to the
her
fucking
favorite band.
can we get to the makeup and the fucking and then go to the concert?
Marcus,
That's the
those
real
kind of movies
I wanna-
exist in
I
a
want
very
to-
special section of the movie store.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Like, if you're only watching it for the resolution,
No.
like,
That's the lead up. Because here's the thing: if I could make if I could be the movie guy, I want to make movies that talk about, So here's what I watched. I watched The Sorcerer's
he's
Apprentice.
trying to dig himself
No.
out.
I'm tiptoeing here. I got it. Listen, I was watching The Sorcerer's Apprentice yesterday. Okay.
Oh, that's
Old
a good
movie.
Yeah.
It's a decent movie. It's very interesting. I think I'm surprised they didn't do a sequel to it. But if I was watching a movie and I was like, I would make movies about the nerdy couple that gets together, like the lead and his love interest. They get together at the end, and she's like, definitely girlfriend. I want to make a movie about the same relationship, but a year later. Like, does the magic wear off from like the nerdy shit? And she's just annoyed with this motherfucker because he's just a fucking nerd and won't get his shit together. You know what I mean? Like, yes, you know magic, Paul, but you still won't wash the dishes with your own two hands. Be a fucking man. You know what I mean? Like something like something like that.
I want to
just
come out
craft
of my
all
ear,
those.
Paul. Just please do the laundry.
Stop pulling a quarter out of my ear. Can you pull my G spot, please, Paul? Like, can you please help me?
No, legit though, that's actually really funny.
I want to make. That's the movie that I would make.
I do want to know what happens to that couple now.
That's what I'm saying.
Unlimited power of the universe, yet you can't put your clothes in the hamper. What's happening here, Paul?
Do you see the problem? I brought in your mentor, Nicolas Cage, to also help you with this issue. Like, what? I don't know, man.
I dig it.
He's not going to put anything away. I do want to do this one thing here, though, quick.
What was that?
Marcus's birthday is coming up.
Oh, shit.
It sure is.
Yes.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. So when this pod releases, Marcus will be the ripe old age of 26.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Yeah,
also,
for sure.
Do you ever have that? Do you have a friend that someone asks you, like, well, how old is he? And you don't know because you've never asked?
Do you not know how old I am?
Marcus, full disclosure.
That is so
gun to my head, I couldn't tell you your age. Like, gun to my head, if somebody was like, how old is he? I'd be like, I've been going with 26 for years. Like, you are my best friend, and I have no fucking clue how old you are.
You know what though? This is such a good, like, excellent case in point of like male friendships.
No
at times.
bullshit. It is
like, I trust this man with my life. This man knows everything about me. Can you tell me his exact age? So
I would wake up at 3 a.m. to take him anywhere he needs to go.
Oh, God.
But if
Yes.
somebody goes,
Yes.
hey, here's how you save your friend.
Yes.
Tell us his age. I'd be like,
Yes.
sorry, Marcus. This is where it stops.
Yes. My nieces and nephews, they are like blood to me.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Reagan is like family. That's the family. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like that.
But
Gusser,
Marcus has been
that is the
26 for
family.
like 6 years.
You know what? I'm not even mad at that. I feel like you're also part of the problem of people that think I haven't graduated yet. You know what I mean? Like, there is.
Yeah.
There are people like, man, somebody
That's
asked me
bad.
yesterday, man, you still in school, huh? And I was like, no, I work here. Like,
I'm employed.
They're like, man, you taking a long way, huh? Like, what the fuck? No, I
Wait, oh my man, what is this, year 9? God damn.
You're doing an extra victory lap there. No,
Yeah.
I am the ripe age. I am turning 31 this year, which feels ugly.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're very close to middle age.
I mean, fuck you.
I mean,
Sorry,
you still
I
got
didn't
like
mean that.
5 years.
See, Bryan? See what you've done, Bryan? It hurts.
He's got 5-ish years. He's good.
Listen, I don't know. I need to get my shit together. I was thinking about it yesterday. I was looking at all the pictures of you with the kids, Bryan, and
Oh.
Doug sent the letter that Harrison is writing to some secret society.
You guys.
Stay out of it. I really wanted to tell you. I was reading that while I was like headed to something. I was doing something. I really want to tell you, stay out of it, motherfucker. Just flip the paper back over and stay out of it. You don't get yourself.
Here's the thing. It's not like he's doing it out in public. I find these scraps of paper later. Like it's not like he's in the kitchen writing shit down and I'm like, "Hey buddy, what you working on?" "Oh, just some ideas I had." I will go into his room and on his fucking desk is Illuminati ? Scared of owls ? And I'm like, what is happening? And then when I asked him, the funny thing was I said, "Hey buddy, what's this?" He goes, "Don't worry about it."
Oh, hey, yeah. Did he crack a smile, Doug? Just give me. I just want to get a premise for what it was, what the vibes were.
This is what he said. He goes, "Don't worry about it." Smirk. That's from a YouTube video that I was watching, and I was like, "Okay, I don't feel any better." But
we're going into that history immediately.
Supporting Alex Jones apparently is Harrison.
Immediately, I'm going to the history, bro. I'm putting on all the PG-13 settings that I possibly can.
And that's the thing; they're already locked down because there are some of these like videos that are for kids, like that are like supposed to be like, some people think the pyramids were a conspiracy, so like they'll like,
oh yeah,
but they're really. So he'll do this, but that's Harrison catches like but what if they are? Like, what if they are a conspiracy?
I mean, I'm
you gotta, you know what? You should do the thing, the joke they did in The Office, where like you just like give them access to a computer and a Word doc, and you're like, "Hey, put all your thoughts here so you can share them with the world." And it's just like a Google Doc, and then you can read everything what he's trying to get out.
That would be fire.
We'll say that's the other thing Harrison is keeping alive. He's keeping the pen and paper people in business because Home Dude, like he writes full, just if you go into his room, it's like when you see those movies and they're trying to uncover like a secret and it's red yarn, like just connecting scraps of paper. I'm gonna go into his room and it's gonna be red yarn everywhere. So yeah. But yeah, so we're investigating the Illuminati in my house.
Can I go back to Roman's point? Listen, I want to give everybody a shout out. I didn't realize how many Spotify raps and Apple Music raps I was on this year. I thought I was just on 5, but it was more than 5. Shout out to Roman and our Roman, not Roman the cat. There is one of my GAs has a cat named Roman.
Oh,
apparently the cat has a playlist that they like to listen to when the owner, when she leaves, comes to work. And on that is my music. So she runs up streams because the cat doesn't like Chaperone, but likes to listen to Marcus Destin as part of the playlist. Okay.
How do they evaluate that?
I don't know, but there is some type of reaction that happens. I didn't ask a lot of questions because I was just happy to have support. But then I shouted out the cat on my story, but then Roman then proceeds. Before I saw it, Roman shows me that he streamed Big Texas like over 230 times by himself. So I didn't give him a proper shout out at the time, but like shout out to Roman for always just being helpful, always being supportive of the podcast, of the music, of everything. But shout out to Roman and Roman.
Did you guys get any did you get any fun things that you uncovered from your Spotify Wrapped? Anything that you didn't already know or think?
I think that Spotify did some interesting stuff, and then I want to get into stuff. I know we got a lot to get into. I think Spotify did some interesting things with revealing what your listening age was. Obviously it's more heavily AI made. I feel like I don't know that they are actually, because I don't feel like some of my numbers were right, or my like the people I was listening to.
What was your Spotify age?
My Spotify age was 35. 35.
Is it really?
Yeah, it was 35.
Right. That's so far off.
I think it was. Yeah, no, I think I'm right around the range. I'm a little bit old school, a little bit, so I can understand how I kind of got there. But I think my number one was Drake, most streamed, and that didn't feel right. But a lot of people said they got Drake, and Drake wasn't there. Isn't really in their rotation of people to listen to. So I don't know how that works. But
fascinating.
Yeah, no, it was the Spotify rap was interesting. I just like to see what people got as their listeners. I don't know why people hate so much when people post their Spotify rap. I don't know why I like the Spotify rap so much.
I like it. I think it's neat.
I think it's fun.
Yeah,
it's fun. My Spotify age was 39, and I'm 38. So
okay.
That is
he's
incredible.
spot on.
You,
So
that's pretty good.
Well, then I'm gonna have a punchline here. My Spotify age is a whopping 21, folks.
Oh, damn!
So,
I
damn,
can see
Bryan.
that though.
I
young
also
and
can
spry
see that.
over here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
pretty good.
absolutely
You got the
get it.
pop playlist and everything too, so that was pretty fly.
I mean, dance pop is technically like my number one genre because so many songs like fit into it, and I really like a high amount of BPM, like when I'm listening to anything,
got it.
and then it's alternative rock.
Yep.
So yeah, I totally get why Spotify is like, hey, you're almost graduating from college. That's great, buddy. You
Good
know,
for you, buddy.
So,
Bryan,
right?
have any of your kids' songs made it into your kids' music made it into your Spotify Wrapped?
Yes, because my second most listened to album was K-pop Demon Hunters, which
Oh, there you go.
I think they have good music. It would have not been my own second
Yeah.
most streamed album from Spotify.
Yeah.
So
Of my
yes.
top 5, 2 are Harrison's. Like
Yeah.
2 are with, and it's just AJR.
I forgot y'all
like,
have to
on
share.
repeat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why doesn't Spotify make up now? Hold on, don't steal my IP now, motherfuckers. But how come Spotify doesn't do like a streaming app and make different profiles for people to listen to? Like you
So
can lock it.
they have a kids app, but because we tried it with Liam, but it is not like functional, like as functional as we want it to be for like kids our age. So we ended up just putting him on our family plan. Now this is not a sustainable plan because I'm sure my second Parker is going to pick up on this any day now, and then we're going to have to put him on the plan, and my niece has the 5th spot. So Aiden, he's 4 right now, so we got like probably 2 or 3 years before he figures it out and the jig is up. But yeah,
the jig is up.
So unfortunately, the way things work for me is, they play the Spotify through Alexa for me. So Harrison, when he's playing upstairs, like building something out of Legos, he can just launch in. And what I've learned from their listening, because my office is up here, so I'll be in here like my office and they'll be playing in the other room. And what I can hear is he listens to the same song like over and over. Like he wants to, so like he'll just ask. So if I try to say like, you can just tell it to play a radio and it'll play similar songs. Nope. We are listening to the same song. On repeat.
Yeah. When I was babysitting, they did that, and he actually had another scrap of piece of paper that had his list of top 5 favorite songs, and I think 2 of them were songs that he wrote. Like he wrote those 2 songs, and they were like, and I was like, yeah, you should be a fan of yourself for sure. For sure. I support it 1,000%.
No. I'm just so thrilled that like this is. There are some people who are like, my kid's a bully and it beats the shit up of other kids at school. You know what my problem is? My problem is my son writes songs and I don't understand them. Here's of the things that's really low on the list. So.
Could be worse.
Yeah,
that's a great song. Shiny teeth in me, my shiny teeth in me, shiny teeth, sung by NSYNC or Backstreet Boy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Cool. But gentlemen, there's a whole show we got to get into.
We do got a lot.
Very big news on the streaming front. So I'll talk about the headline, but then would love for you all to kind of get into the nitty gritty. But over the weekend, it was announced that WB is putting in a bid to buy. No, Netflix is putting in a bid to buy WB. And Netflix has already leaned into it. I already got an email from Netflix saying, hey, we're doing this. We don't know what's going to happen yet, but we're really excited. We hope you're excited too. And then this morning, Paramount Plus going to the old 1988 playbook and trying a hostile takeover. So,
oh my gosh, Gordon Gekko type stuff.
Yeah. And so to provide some context on what this means. So Netflix put in an offer and their offer was accepted by the board of directors. When we say a hostile takeover, Paramount Plus offered to buy shares individually from investors in WB. So they basically said, hey, investors, we'll pay you X number of dollars per share. And we're doing this because we think that your leadership has miscalculated and misvalued the offer that we sent them, essentially.
Can we take a step back?
Please.
Yeah.
Because I think that there's a couple steps, and I'm trying to figure out like what the best way to go about it is.
No,
So,
I was just covering 20,000 foot. So no, take it
no,
away.
no, because I think this is super interesting, and I want to lead into Doug's point about the hostile takeover. I think it also works because that kind of is like it's a good movie, right? You start the scene with the hostile
Yep.
takeover, and then you flash
Mhm.
back a little bit. Let's start from the beginning. Netflix used to be a place that was shipping DVDs out.
Yep.
Yes,
So-
it was. That
so-
was their original business model.
I mean, and they've outlasted the Redbox, they've outlasted Blockbuster, and now they are the premier and the head at this current moment, at least. Like you still got to go through the antitrust and go through the federal government to get it
Oh
approved.
yeah.
And I'll talk about that in a little bit. But Netflix made this bid. And, there's been a lot of conversation that people have been posting between James Gunn and Peter Safran and the Netflix CEO. I forgot his name, but there is like
Ted. Yeah.
Ted something.
Ted?
Yeah.
Ted, somebody. Yeah.
He looks
We'll
like
go
a Ted too if you pull up a picture. But I mean, he just looks like a Ted. He looked like his name.
Ted.
So he talks about, what people want, the landscape of movies, and shortening the release date after they make this purchase. They make this bid, right? And the original competition is WB is going to make this. I mean, Paramount wants to make a bid for WB to buy everything. And this kind of connects to the story that we were telling about Trump loving Rush Hour 4, right? And so they went ahead and they actually passed on Rush Hour 4 before until they heard that the president loved it, and then they greenlit it. Okay.
Yes.
So them thinking they were in good graces, they underbid themselves because they thought that they would be in good graces of the office of the president's office, right? And the federal government. So they kind of underbid it and were so confident that they would have got it. I think that in the middle of the night, it was like Netflix is anticipating to place $80-something billion on this bid. And then not even 2 hours later, when I was up at 3 a.m. taking a piss, my little 3 a.m. piss, they was like, no, they got that motherfucker. I mean, middle of the night. And then the next article I saw was the Writers Guild, and there was reports that there were famous directors and people, influential filmmakers and stars that were writing letters to the federal government that this would be a fucking disaster and an economic shakedown if they were to fucking do and move forward with this deal, which then led us to the hostile takeover that Doug is talking about. And meanwhile, I saw reports that said that WB that the CEO of Netflix had already talked to President Trump, and when he left the White House, he was saying that he felt pretty confident that Trump wasn't going to touch it, and Trump's biggest thing was the highest bidder should win. Like it doesn't make any sense that the highest bidder should be the one to win. And that he felt confident that the Netflix CEO felt confident that they wouldn't have any issues when they go to the next step. And then today was news of the fucking hostile takeover that Doug was talking about.
I would also like to point out that as much as we all want to make sure and assume that the president has some sort of impact on what the SEC decides to do, they are an independent regulatory body. So like he can be like, this sounds really great. And they can be like, we didn't like it. Like that's all the nature of politics of where we are right now, where it's like, did the king say yes? Well, hold on, but he's not really a king. No. Right. But did he say yes?
Yes, yes. Because Daddy said, and it's like, all right, great.
Because Daddy said. Like,
anyway, this is Ted. I pulled up a picture of Ted. This is
he looks like a fucking Ted.
Netflix. He does look like a Ted.
Looks like he used to own a dealership in Topeka, Kansas.
Oh yeah, no, this guy's trying to get you in to buy a Ford F-150, 100%.
He's running your Northland Ford dealer. That's what he's doing.
Shout out to Ted Sandro said Topeka, Kansas, the only Ford motorship deal. If you want to go get it with Ted Sandros.
And I want to add in this wrinkle too. I mean, Doug, do you want to finish your 50,000 foot view? I think you should finish the broad overview so we can dive into some of the details, which I think are pretty juicy.
Yeah, I think the other like broad overview pieces is that, I mean, obviously the way that any type of major merger between companies has to work is they finish and then they send all over their paperwork to the SEC, and the SEC essentially says like, yep, this looks like it's not going to create any monopoly issues. There aren't going to be any antitrust problems, or nope, there are going to be some antitrust problems, and we can't let this go forward. There have been famous mergers as of late that have not happened. I feel like there was one with Microsoft buying a video game company that didn't go forward recently.
I know
But
there
I
was
could be wrong.
the Kroger grocery chain
Oh,
one
yeah.
didn't go through.
Yep. So there are things like that where they're like, nope, this would end up not giving consumers enough choice.
Yeah.
And so I do think, like, speculation theater, like if we were to play that,
Yeah.
I do think that that's an interesting conversation to have in this space, because these are streaming services.
Oof.
And while there are a lot of them, they're not that many, with Disney owning
With
so
quality.
many, like
Yep.
Hulu and
Oh, yeah.
ESPN and Disney Plus. That's already one kind of like mini monopoly. So now we're kind of sort of creating a second one, depending on what happens with HBO
Yes.
Max. So,
Yep.
like, I do think there's something to be said of, does this go through? Like, I can't see any reasons why it wouldn't, because that is not my area of expertise. But I do think that's an interesting conversation to have. So,
Yes.
Marcus, and then that wraps me up. So details next.
Should we go details? Because I just got some new news from this that I think is interesting too as well. So I don't
Do
know
it.
where we want to start. So I want to go. Where do I start? There's 3 pieces here. Okay. Paramount CEO David Ellison. This is from Discussing Film on Twitter. Paramount CEO David Ellison sent a text to David Zaslav after they made a hostile takeover bid today to buy Warner Bros. David, I appreciate your underwater. I appreciate your underwater today, so I wanted to send you a quick text. No, despite the noise of the last 24 hours, I have nothing but respect and admiration for you and the company. It would be the honor of a lifetime to be your partner and to be the owner of these iconic assets. If we have the privilege to work together, you will see that my father and I are the people you had dinner with. Yep, that's the one.
Ooh.
Right there.
What?
Now, I want to talk about this next one. David Ellison, this is also from Discussing Film, allegedly offered assurances to Trump administration officials that if he bought Warner Bros., he would make major changes to CNN for them. Okay.
Oh, of course.
And then this last one, I want to talk about that. What happens if Paramount is allowed to take over Warner Bros.? Okay. This one is from More Perfect Union. If Paramount is allowed to take over Warner Bros. Discovery, the conservative billionaire, billionaire Ellison family will control Paramount Studios, CBS, CNN, MTV, HBO, Comedy Central, Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, Warner Bros., DC Studios, Fandango, New Line Cinema, TNT Sports, TBS, Oracle, and more. And I believe his dad also owns TikTok now at this point.
I think you're correct.
Yeah.
Because Larry Ellison owns Oracle, which is by
right?
far
Yes.
one of the largest tech companies in the world.
Yep.
If
Yep.
not the largest.
That is so funny. That is
Yeah.
so funny to me. Because going back here really quick with some of these details. So the Netflix news on its own was like earth-shattering in its own right, and then this Paramount, like, I don't even know what to call it. It feels very desperate to me. But
it's
this
very desperate.
hostile takeover, this desperate, like, 9th inning, like, just going for it, Hail Mary.
These of us.
I'm using a lot of sports terms.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. We
That
sticking
makes
in there.
sense together, but separately they do. I think it's important to understand that, like, the Netflix bid feels very long term. Like, it is very much a long term, long game. Like, hey, we're gonna buy you at $27.75 a share, and we're gonna buy your streaming and your movie studios. Do whatever you want with your cable networks. It's part stock, part cash. Like, the main get here is all of this intellectual property and all of basically buying out a competitor so that Netflix can set itself up as the one-stop shop. And it already is to a certain extent.
Yes, it is.
That is, like, you can tell that's the Netflix vision. They don't give a crap about the cable networks. Like, those, if the Netflix deal were to go through, there'd be this weird.
Didn't Paramount initially say they didn't want the cable network either?
Yeah.
Initially they did, but you look at Paramount's bid based on public information, and they want it all, baby. They want the big kahuna. They want the entire company at $30 per share.
Yes.
Which You might be like, Brian, you're talking about $27.75 and $30.
we're
It's
not.
like $2, but it is a big deal for shareholders who own like thousands of shares of WB, because this is an all cash offer, which means that if the Paramount deal went through, that is all cashola in your pocket. That is, you can go spend that at a Whataburger, to do a callback to Whataburger.
Damn,
We're not
Skippy.
we're not spending that shit at In-N-Out.
No, fuck
that.
that.
No.
Although
We're
I
not
love
doing
In-N-Out.
But I got a hot 100 in my pocket. I'm not doing animal style with that.
No, I'm doing doggy style and Whataburger.
Right. Whatever, you know what?
You better not do it in the store. You're gonna get kicked out.
No, that'll get you
brings
sent to
you
jail.
joy. You know, that sounds like a great rom-com. So
A lot of porno talk. I gotta ease up.
hey, you know,
Dude.
I'm gonna take a cold
anyway,
shower after this.
Yuck,
I think we're
yeah.
talking about,
Yuck. Gross.
Wolf of Wall Street's a great movie too. Anyway, but yeah, it's a very simple and straightforward purchase from Paramount. Like, they're just like, shut up and take my money. I also think it's not very like long-term focused. They're buying a bunch of cable networks that aren't profitable, but to your point, Marcus, they could control them. If that really is one of their goals here, which is just, I've seen this movie before. I know how that goes. And so for stock, I think the push and pull here is for stockholders. Like, do you want the quick cash out or not? And I think, I mean, my personal analysis here, I don't think if you have WB stock, you don't want a quick cash out. You want to ride the Netflix train.
No. Yes.
Because
it's working.
It's working. And as a films podcast, we've seen more and more movies go to streaming.
Yep.
We've seen, like, that is the future. It's this access and viability of being able to pull up whatever you want, whenever you want from that library. And that's going to grow in value. That's what you want to have. Whereas Paramount is just they want smash and grab.
Well, what about the brand recognition, right? Like, I feel like if you're asking me and I'm Paramount, people have Netflix already. Netflix has, I mean, I understand the fears. No situation is really going to be the best. But Paramount is randomly throwing out, we'll do 30 plus movies a year if we were to get this deal. Like, damn, dog, pick your dick up and like, come on, dog. Like, you gotta, y'all doing all this damn begging. Like, get up.
Well,
God damn.
Weird.
Well, and remember, Paramount has not had a movie that was a box office success this year.
You did say that. You did. I think you did. I don't think you said that on the pod. I think you said that in the chat.
I said that in the chat.
Yeah.
And I can't find it because I'm not allowed to do two things while we're streaming.
Oh,
so
I'll pull it up, Doug. You keep going. I'll pull it up.
Brian's back.
Fuck
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm an investor and I'm trying to see where am I more likely to see.
I was celebrating Brian. 1 second. Sorry about that.
Hey, please. Hold on.
Back in the building, baby. You already know what the fuck going on. If you want excited, get excited right now. The research is back in the building, baby. Turn me up, you did.
This is the most wild shit happening.
Oh yeah. Go Brian.
I want this to happen. I want this to happen in a meeting. I want this to be your behavior in the middle of a meeting. Like, I want
you talking to me?
Yes.
Are you talking to me?
I'm talking to you.
Doug, we obviously are not close friends because I will do that shit in a fucking meeting. I will turn that shit the fuck up immediately.
But I just think it would be funny, like in a corporate setting like I work in, where someone's like, "And congratulations to someone to Rick for hitting all of his numbers." Hold on, everybody, shut up.
Yeah.
Like.
Oh man.
Anyway,
sorry.
If I'm an investor and I'm looking at if I'm an investor and I'm looking at the numbers of what am I more likely to see a return on investment in?
Yeah.
None of these were successful. Like, none of them. Like, they did not make their money back.
For our podcast listeners, we're talking about the Paramount movies, and we got Hard Eyes, Novocaine, Friendship, Smurfs, The Naked Gun, The Mortimers, Roofman, Vicious, and Mission Impossible.
Right. So, like, none of those movies,
Mission
even
Impossible.
one that should have been
Yep.
a home run like Mission Impossible, none of those made their money back. So, like, if I'm an
Yeah, it's
investor,
rough.
offer me whatever you want. Let me be very clear. You don't know how to make a movie.
You
So what are
know.
you going to do with the money that I'm going to give you?
Yeah.
So like for me, if you look at the recent success of Netflix, I mean,
Oh,
they have Sony movies that go directly there. I
Yep.
mean, K-pop Demon Hunters was a smash success.
Smash.
oh,
That was
And
yeah,
insane.
they've had others that have been in that same vein.
You get the Sony
Yeah,
movie. Yeah, you said Sony
yeah.
and Spider-Man
yeah.
and all that other shit in there.
hmm
So think about it. Like that level of success versus Paramount's checkered past from the last 365 days. If I'm an investor, I'm like, well, I'm far more likely to see a return on investment if if my shares stay there. Like my
Yeah.
$27 could turn into $42 pretty easily. Like
Oh, yeah.
just makes sense.
Can I ask a question?
You may.
Let's do it.
I just feel like Netflix seems pretty confident that this will go through, that the deal's going to go through, right?
Yes.
I also, how do I phrase this question? What the fuck type money does Netflix have? Because I just saw another report on Bloomberg that said Netflix contemplated buying Disney. And so I need to figure out, where in the fuck is this money coming from? Like, am I tripping? Is there more to Netflix than I think? Like a Transformer meets the eye? Where did they get $87 billion to like fucking make a bid for WB? That's a big dog move.
So part of it is the stock. Like the stock is the secret sauce here, because like, right, because this is like capitalism at its finest. Like it's not liquid money, okay?
Mhm.
It's not real money. You can't go buy a Whataburger with it, but it still has value, right?
Mhm.
So like you can say, hey, we're gonna also give people this amount of stock and value in the company, which is how they're able to make these like giant bids. But also like investment firms also help with this, because one of the other details about the Paramount bid is that one of the investment firms that's helping finance the Paramount bid, it's owned by Jared Kushner. And if you don't know that name, he is the son-in-law to the president. So that might have a wrinkle, as it were, in that disclosure. So we can come back to that later. But
I hate
that's
this.
yeah, it's well, you'll love the fact then that Ted was at the Kennedy Center honors with our dear leader president, and they were chumming it up, having a good time. So,
Mr. President, wake up, Mr.
I think
President.
he just passed out,
Wake up.
from corruptness. But yeah, apparently there's a quote here. President Trump, this is from the New York Times article. President Trump praised Ted Sarandos, the co-chief executive of Netflix, but noted that the company had a, quote, very big market share, end quote, adding that he would be, quote, involved, end quote, in the regulatory review. He probably will.
He won't.
He's going to ask somebody else to review it for him and make a decision. Like, I just feel like either way, you gotta. I hate this having to chum up to.
Oh yeah,
like, you know what I mean. Both of them have to kiss ass. First of all, texting David Zaslav and being like, "Hey, brother, I know we just did a hostile bid takeover.
So weird.
I hope you're having a great day. Dinner was great last night, by the way. Like some type of scorn booty call. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, it's a lot of ass kissing going on.
It is the equivalent of a bad date. That's what it is.
Right.
You texted the next morning and didn't need to. Like, you texted when obviously she wasn't that into you. And you're like, hey, look, I know you could choose a lot of guys to go on dates with. And I'm sure that your Tinder profile is blowing up all the time. But you know what? You have me and I would love to make something work. No one responds to that. Like, that level of desperation is insane.
I think white people throwing money at each other is insane.
Oh, it is.
Also, from being on this side, like with all the corporate stuff that my work is going through, you all saying like the money is made up. yes, the money's made up. Like if at some point in time they're saying like, yeah, they didn't make $64 million. It's like, well, fucking nobody did. Like nobody know. There's no room that somebody's going to be like, well, I got to go see where the $64 million is sitting. Like,
Scrooge McDuck. He
like
just
no one's fucking doing that. Like,
yeah.
because the way that they determine value is they add up the individual value of all of those assets and they say, this is what we're worth because at any point in time, I could sell that for what
Right.
this, you know what I mean? Like that's how they're determining the value of the companies and things like that moving forward is they're saying, hey, remember like when we all had like Pogs or we all had like Pokemon cards is the best example of this. You have an entire table of Pokemon cards and you can say this whole table is worth
Right.
$2,000. And you can be like, oh, wait a minute. I see a lot of common cards here. They are not worth that much. And then you can go point to the shiny Charizard that you have and you'd be like, no, but that one is included in the package. So it's all worth that. So like, it's the way that companies do their valuation and how they determine the value. And it's insane.
So let me ask y'all a question.
What's up?
Yes.
As we like kind of, I guess, bring this to a close, I guess.
Sure.
What do you think the best operation moving forward is? What happens next? What happens? I guess let's assume. I mean, Doug, do you want to be Paramount, and Bryan, you want to be Netflix, or vice versa?
I don't want to be Paramount, but I'll be Paramount.
I mean, just what do we? And we can play both sides, right? But what do you think happens? Like as a regular, everyday, we're kind of nerdy about it. But what happens next? What's the next step? Let's say that let's start with Netflix. Let's say that Netflix gets approved. What's the next step? What happens next?
Oh, geez. I mean, we talked about this in the chat a little bit. I think if the Netflix deal goes through, they're going to do this really cool dog and pony show for like 2 years where it's like, hey, we're not looking to mess anything up. We got a good thing going. 2 separate services. You can get them for one great price and they'll leave it alone. I think they will leave it alone and just have the ship stay its course for 2 years. And then in the background, they will be working overtime. There will be some poor like junior executive who has to figure out how do you get to the magical price point of moving everything from HBO Max into Netflix and have it not be sticker shock.
No, they are working with UX designers right now.
Yes.
To design a brand new interface that can represent both of these things.
What's a UX designer?
So that's basically a customer experience. Like it's basically it's how apps and things are laid out. I don't know what UX stands for.
User experience.
Yeah, user experience. So they basically have a user experience person who's going to say like, well, if we move the button here, or if yes, it still needs to be red because that's iconic Netflix. HBO has silver, so we still want to have that be an option. So how do they have a user experience person who is like looking at how all of this fits together. And once they have a design, then they'll start looking at cost of okay, here, yes.
Like basically how you're navigating the app and like what is standing out to you and how you do all that stuff. That's the point Doug's trying to get at, Marcus.
Gotcha. This is so interesting because the shit already feels bogged down. I have no idea. Oh, he froze up. I have zero idea how you input more shit. You know what I mean? Like HBO Max's app is not Netflix's app. I did realize I was like, I keep seeing the same movies when I'm scrolling. It's just feeding me what I want to fucking see, and I have to switch over to the main Netflix hub. HBO Max's thing is like it doesn't feel like it's as much shit that should be on there that's on there. So I'm just interested in how you just combine those two things together.
I mean, I think it could be as simple as they just try to import everything into Netflix. They just try to put all that content into their own Netflix dashboard eventually. I don't know if that's what I don't know if that's cost effective, but to me, I think they're going to want to try to retain the Netflix brand over the WB brand. They might try to make a thing where it's like, hey, this is an HBO tag. That means it's quality. Okay. This ain't your Merry Xmas holiday movie on Netflix. Okay. This is the good stuff.
I'm here for the HBO shit.
Yeah, exactly. Like you want this premium and uncut, you click this tile. Like that's kind of what I'm assuming is going to happen. Meanwhile, man, to your other point about Paramount, oh, man, if that thing goes through, I would not be surprised if Paramount like is the dog that catches the car and they're like, oh wait, what?
Now we got to do something with it.
We have to do this now.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Doug. We're talking about how Paramount, what they would do, and I feel like Paramount. They would definitely dismantle HBO Max as soon as possible and try to get it on their janky app, and it would not work. It would definitely crash a lot. That's my only prediction for Paramount.
Paramount said that they were going to only make commercially focused movies. I saw that quote.
That's like, so gross.
Like a Sonics and like things that are only commercially available. Like, and I'm like, y'all clearly have lost the fucking plot. Like y'all decide to go. And you know what the Netflix and HBO Max deal sounds like? And this will be my last thing about it. It kind of feels like, when cable was out, if something had the HBO stamp on it, that was like a different thing, right? You saw the static, the HBO static and all of that. And then I feel like you go to Netflix and
well, thank you, Polar Knights, for commenting. As a barber, I love this show. It is every stage of beard growth. You're welcome. That's what you can expect from this Films in Black and White podcast.
I never thought about that like that. Like, how's it look? I look clean. I gotta see a barber tomorrow, man.
It's a good birthday fit. Thank
you. Yeah. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, that's interesting, man. I don't know. The only thing I know that it impacts as me as a consumer immediately is that these prices is going up. That's pretty much.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be paying $50 for Netflix in like over. 3 years. It's over. It's done. Like it was over.
We're back to cable prices. Like y'all reduced it. Y'all got right back to where we were before COVID was like, oh yeah, you got a streamer that's now cable.
Yeah, honestly, I mean the regulatory folks might push back on that, but that's definitely where this is going, and that's what they want. And I hope it doesn't get to that point, but I would not be surprised to get that email where it's like HBO Max and Netflix in one home for $50. That would give me some sticker shock, and I would definitely have to drop.
Polar Knights is rich.
Hey,
I think it depends on what we get. Right, we're losing Hulu.
That's true too.
Hulu's not going to be existent, so Disney's got their whole bucket. That's going to be $50. So I'm paying $100 for two streamers essentially. Paramount will lose it. Everybody got a live sports to some capacity now, which is I'm realizing. And the overseas funding I thought was also interesting for Paramount, but I didn't want to really get into that because we're seeing that in boxing, streaming. There's a lot of that I'm seeing like in the WWE. They're like really trying to build up that like Saudi Arabia
That's
and
so
all of that.
Weird.
Yeah, it's very interesting. And it says that they're trying to get out of oil. That's why I saw an article. I read an article about that.
You know what? Yes, I saw something about that too. Yeah. That's why a lot of Saudi folks are entertainment video games too.
Yeah.
So
and sports too. There's a whole baseball pro, like there's tons of sports that are trying to gain footholds over in Saudi Arabia, which is wild. So one thing I will say, because I missed it because StreamYard's a piece of StreamYard's actively a piece of shit.
We ain't never getting that sponsor.
Here's the thing, I don't care because you guys, the screen I got when they kicked me, like when I dipped out, was, hey, something went wrong. Connect to the internet. It might be on our end. If it is, let us know. No joke. Real things that happened to me. Anyway, but I wanted to chime in with just, I think, the best case scenario for both moving forward. I think best case scenario for Paramount has a little bit more wiggle room in how things work. Because I think what Paramount can do is, if this hostile takeover doesn't work, which I can't see it working, like that's a lot of people that have to say yes to their offer.
Yeah.
So I don't see that working. That's just my opinion. I'm not an
I agree.
expert.
If
My
I was
gut.
David Zasloff, I'd be pissed, and I'm telling all them motherfuckers, don't you
Oh,
fucking dare.
I'm
Yeah.
sure he's making some really angry phone
Oh my
calls.
god.
Yeah. And I think I think he is too. And I think he's telling shareholders, like, look, this is the best path forward and we'll
Yeah.
see the most return for you. But I think they have two additional options. So either by some miracle, the hostile takeover takes over, the hostile takeover, or the other
Yeah.
thing that happens is the SEC jumps in and is like, actually, this feels really monopoly-ish, and so we're not
Yep.
going to let this go forward. And
Yep.
then Paramount gets another crack, and they can
Yeah.
buy whatever they want, and it'll be interesting to see how that shakes out. I do think
agree.
Netflix probably has the offer that makes the most sense for shareholders of WB. But
Yep.
again, the best path forward is there aren't any more hiccups along the road. The hostile takeover doesn't work.
Yeah.
And everything goes forward as planned. But it's going to be the next couple of days are going to be really interesting to see what shareholders do. And then,
Mhm.
they don't typically, it's usually like, we'll get into 2026 before we get an answer from any type of federal regulator on
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
what
that's gonna be
happens.
so
Because those
drawn out.
they always take longer than they need to. So, yeah.
Netflix is so fucking confident that, I mean, and maybe
I
you're supposed to
mean,
be. Maybe you're supposed to be cool, calm, and collected. Maybe you
I
know
would.
something we don't know, but like,
Yeah.
fuck. Throwing
Most of
money at
these,
it seems to be the answer nowadays. But so I'm
Yup.
interested to see who
yeah.
say yes and who say no.
In these type of situations, typically what will happen is there are so many consultants and advisors that will tell them what the best thing is forward, that at this point in time, they didn't pay those consultants all that money for them to not go into this confident.
That's a
Like
fact.
they did not. Like they
That's a
paid a
fact.
lot of money to very smart people to tell them what to do. And yeah, that's just
Yeah.
they're not going to go like, we paid all that money to be uncertain. No, they
Yeah.
paid for certainty. So
That they probably
Yep.
saw this coming too, to be honest with you.
I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
I don't think they saw the stuff that got announced today happening. I think but that's also, I read an interesting article on, I think it was on Variety, about
Mhm.
just how the Ellisons are running, how David Ellison's running Paramount over there, and how this like,
Jesus.
how he's, I think they just said that they're dismantling the culture where people like apologize or say they're sorry, or like he's basically creating he's basically taking notes from his dad on how he runs Oracle and doing the
Wow.
same thing in the entertainment business, so much so that the lot of people are passing on what's happening. So like, great
Yeah.
example. The woman who helped with Seth Rogen make Mutant Mayhem,
Yeah.
they fucked her over so badly, and she hated the environment that they were in, and they tried to put so
Jeez.
much control that they just let her go. Like, they were like, well, you're not on board. So they said, well, we're just not going.
Wow.
So yeah, interesting times.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
Yup.
But other things you all have.
I want to.
Well-
By the way,
I want to do.
I don't know who Polar Knights is, but this fucking threw me off. Like, I was mid conversation, and I was
Yeah.
like, "There's too much in there for me to break down."
He said that our podcast. He likes our podcast. They like our podcast as a barber because it's all stages of having a beard.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Accurate. And,
and
yeah,
also
nobody.
hair, 'cause I don't have any. Brian's got a beautiful thing going on, and
Oh,
Marcus always
wow.
looks well cut and sharped up too. So
Not
Well,
well good tomorrow. Holla at me tomorrow. Brian, can we
yeah.
play some Christmas games?
Yeah, let's
Christmas
do
game.
it. So,
yeah.
folks,
Clean the
we've
palate of this
done-
capitalism.
we have done
Yeah.
brackets, we have done discussions, but today, welcome to draft day. And gentlemen, I
I'll play
have
some
a
music in
list
the
of
background.
15 Christmas movies. I'm going to blow it up here a little bit so people can see it. Da-da-da. All right, here we are. So I have 15 Christmas movies. We are going to go in a snake draft order. So Marcus, you will have the first pick of the board,
Sure.
and then we will snake back around. The order is going to be Marcus, Doug, and then me. and then we'll snake back around, fill out the board, and then you will have your 5 movies, basically your 5 Christmas movies for your team. So a little bit of fun holiday movie magic as we enter the season. So
Let me lock the fuck in. Can I wait a minute? What's the goal of our 5?
basically, you're trying to assemble like the best Christmas movies for the
Okay.
5 best Christmas movies.
So
For
if you were going to
who?
watch
In
these
general?
starting, so if you were going to start watching these on like December 19th, leading up
Yes.
to Christmas Eve,
This is
Yes.
tough.
one a day for 5 days straight, what are you watching?
This
Yeah.
is so okay. All right. So
Got
I
it.
gotta go
Okay.
first.
So yeah, and here we go. We got our list here. Here's what I pulled. This did not have a scientific explanation, folks.
Mhm.
I just pulled these
Oh, this
movies
is
out.
fine. I love
We
this.
got Home Alone, we got Elf, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, The Jim Carrey Grinch, It's a Wonderful Life, A Christmas Story, The Polar Express, Love Actually, Miracle on 34th Street, the 1994 version, Santa Claus, Die Hard, Nightmare Before Christmas, The Holiday, Jingle All the Way, and Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. So Home Alone gets 2 chances at this. So Marcus, you have the first pick. You're on the board.
This is
And I
tough
wanna-
because
Go ahead, Marcus. I want to chime in that Polar Nights said Home Alone was his top pick. So there's a
Oh,
chat
okay.
function to this.
I
too,
feel
want to call out.
I feel like I need an end goal in order to know. Like I feel like a coach, right? Like I
Okay.
can't draft a team if I don't know who I'm trying
Look,
to beat.
I love Doug's methodology. Like these are the 5 movies you're watching
Yeah.
up to Christmas.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
You're trying to
so
create from this list the ultimate movie playlist.
this is tough because I have 3 options that I would have gone with number 1, but I don't want to share those with you.
okay.
But I feel like I have to go The Grinch
Okay.
for me, Jim Carrey number 1.
The Grinch is
Okay.
off the board. Pick number 1. Congratulations to the Grinch.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Doug with the second pick.
I'm going to go with the Santa Claus.
Good. That's a
Oh,
good pick.
interesting.
That's a good pick.
Going with the Santa Claus.
That's a good pick.
All right, Tim Allen, Santa Claus. It holds up well. I need
Yeah,
to say that
does.
It does.
hold up very well.
It does.
All right,
Bryan.
it's me now. Look, I'm
This is
looking at
tricky.
Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay.
A lot of fond memories
Bryan.
there, but I think I'm going Elf. I'm going Elf. For my pick.
Interesting, man.
I feel like
That's a
that
good
is
pick.
just it's a standard Christmas movie. So we're doing Snake. So it's my pick again, and then Doug, you'll be up. Man, going back to back, I always feel like there's a lot of pressure on it. I'm going National Lampoon's Christmas
Okay.
Vacation.
Okay.
So yeah, my list is Elf and National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Doug, you're on the clock.
Brian, give me Miracle on 34th Street.
That is
Whoa!
intriguing. That's intriguing for sure.
If you,
That's
okay.
intriguing.
All right. We're coming back to that. All right.
Yeah.
The Santa Claus and Miracle on 34th Street for Doug. Marcus, you got back-to-back picks.
All right, this is hard. I got a couple options on me that I don't want to reveal. Okay. I feel like I want. This is so interesting. I really do like this. Let me go with the Polar Express.
Polar Express.
That's a
Tom Hanks
bold
classic.
choice.
Yeah, I'm gonna go the
Wow.
Polar Express.
I feel like the Polar Express is so
That's a classic.
polarizing. I mean,
It's
man,
Polar-
yes,
Okay.
that was on purpose.
Interesting.
Yes. All right, Marcus, you got the Grinch, you got the Polar Express.
Yeah.
What's next?
I'm definitely gonna go Home Alone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was
Got it.
I was worried that would
Yeah.
happen. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a good pick.
Yeah,
All right, Doug. Home Alone's off the board. Shakes
I
things up.
think I know what Doug's gonna do.
Give me Home Alone 2.
Yep. Yeah. That's fair. Did you want Home Alone originally, Doug?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
No, I didn't. But I also
This-
think that in terms of, I think Home Alone 2, this is a hot take. I think Home Alone 2 feels more Christmassy than the original.
I could see that. I could see that.
Really?
Yeah, because you
Yeah,
get to go
because he's in a
into
toy
New York
store.
and
It's
he's
in
in the
New
toy store.
York.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah,
They
it's-
upped the budget in that one too, for sure.
our
Yeah.
president was in that one.
Yeah, it sure was. Star of Home Alone 2.
Y'all,
Star of Home Alone 2.
I know this is gonna be, well, you know what? I don't know. I'm gonna go for it. I'm going Die Hard. I'm going Die Hard for my
Oh
third
man,
pick.
that's the one I wanted next.
No,
Good
this feels like fantasy football when like the good quarterbacks start going like,
Yes.
dang it, I'm behind. Like you
Mhm.
gotta start playing
Yep.
catch up.
Yeah.
So no, I feel really good about Die Hard. It is a Christmas movie. We don't need to keep having the conversation. It's
We
fun,
don't
but
really.
No, it
but yeah, no, we're
absolutely is.
good. And then this is tough because it's like I don't have a pick until the like pretty close to the end here. So
No, you have one more pick after this one, Brian. It's the fifth one.
yeah, this is tough. This is tough. So I'm gonna take a moment. I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go. The Holiday. I'm gonna go The Holiday. Cameron Diaz, Jack Black.
Oh, that's Cameron Diaz. Got it.
Kate
I was
Winslet.
thinking Queen Latifah, but I forgot the name of that.
Oh.
The Holiday.
Yep.
Brian, I'm gonna go with Love Actually.
Whoa!
Wow,
I did not expect that.
did not expect that, but I know what he's
Okay.
avoiding, so I get it.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know
Deep
what he's
strategy.
I know what he's avoiding, so I understand it.
Okay.
I hate this movie. Actually, yeah, I'm not a fan of the movie that I think I'm going to pick.
Okay.
What's that?
I think it's got to be A Christmas Story.
Okay.
Talk me through that.
I just don't. My picks would have been between Jingle All the Way and A Christmas Story.
Okay.
I know I get first pick again. I just think I'm reaching into movies that I don't really like. I don't like The Christmas Story.
I mean, there's
I
a
have
reason.
2 movies on this list. I have 2 movies on this list that Brian included that I think are way overhyped.
Oh no.
One of them is A Christmas Story.
Yes, and I think I absolutely agree.
I if I can have a tangent,
Absolutely.
I have to me, I feel like Christmas Story gets so nostalgic for people because it was like one of the most consistent movies on cable networks during the holidays, like in the 90s.
Yes.
And I feel like that's where this adoration comes from.
Yes.
I can't prove it, but that's what it feels like.
Yes,
Well,
TBS, whatever
TBS
place,
TBS did their like
24 fucking hours of this movie. I hate that fucking.
I forgot about that.
That's what made me hate it, because that was the only
Yes.
fucking thing on.
It kind of makes me want to throw up. Okay, all right. Okay. Well,
Brian,
Marcus
picked number 2.
yeah.
I'm gonna go It's a Wonderful Life.
Well, good pick. That I was hoping that one would drop low enough and y'all wouldn't notice.
It's a
also
sleeper
hoping
on
that.
there for sure.
Oh, It's a Wonderful Life, total sleeper movie. So
Go ahead, take
good.
it off the board, Dougie.
All right,
As
Doug.
much as it pains me, Jingle All the Way.
I knew
'Cause
it.
I told you he was avoiding The Nightmare Before
Yup,
Christmas. I knew he was avoiding.
Marcus, you had such big brain energy here when you were like, I know what he's avoiding. And I was like,
I was
uh-oh.
avoiding.
You got to. I was trying to
ambushed.
trap him into it, but it didn't.
Well, Mr.
To be
Irrelevant,
could've been
congratulations.
Mr.
Nightmare Before
Irrelevant.
Christmas.
The tattoo envy of big girls everywhere. Nightmare Before Christmas.
Well, there you have it, folks. We have our Christmas movie teams. We'll do a quick rundown here. So for Marcus, the 5 movies that he's going with: The Grinch, Jim Carrey; The Polar Express; Home Alone; A Christmas Story; It's a Wonderful Life. That is a solid list, Marcus. I can't lie. That is. I'm not mad.
Thank you.
I'm not mad. Doug,
The
your
Polar
list.
Express surprises me.
Why does
Can
we talk about that?
Let's talk about
Because
Polar
the Polar
Express.
Express is uncanny. It is a experiment in uncanny valley esque movies, and I find Tom Hanks very difficult to watch for a majority of that movie.
That's so interesting. I think
The
it's
people in the animation are so eerie to me.
you know what? I
Well,
think that's fair.
Yeah.
However, 2 reasons. One reason is silly why I like this movie. It reminds me of the Coca-Cola commercials with the train.
Oh
pulling
yeah,
up in the-
Yes,
you know
I
what
know
I mean? That whole
exactly what
thing.
you're talking about.
But also, I think because of what it experimented and tried to do, and Tom Hanks playing 5 different roles and all that other shit like that, especially when it came out,
Yeah.
I think that it aged pretty well as a classic movie to watch.
Yeah.
The story is so simple. It's like, you got to believe, you got to be good. You chasing after this bell. I think it's an easy movie for me to watch if it's on.
Mhm.
Especially as I was when I was drafting, I tried to draft in the order that I would like to watch it if it was in a movie lineup on
Ooh.
TBS.
Oh,
So if I'm watching
Okay.
The Grinch, I could easily go into the Polar Express and Home Alone, and then I'm pretty tapped out by the time I get to A Christmas Story and It's a Wonderful Life.
I mean,
Okay.
that's interesting. I didn't even
Yeah.
think about it that way. That's
I would
Marcus.
watch mine
Wow.
in reverse order.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
go
Jingle
5,
All the
4.
Way. Love
Yep.
Actually. Home Alone 2.
That's not
Miracle
bad.
on 34th. You know what? The Santa Claus.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way to end it.
I
I'm
would
not
watch
mad at
mine in
that.
reverse.
I'm not mad at that.
You know, the Miracle on 34th Street, I always find it strange that whoever, like this story is like, hey, you know, Santa, oh yeah, kids love him. All right, hear me out. What if we made it a legal drama? I never followed those dots for me, like as a movie enjoyer. Like if I was in a room and somebody was like, hey, this is my idea, Santa courtroom drama, I'd be like, that sounds like a fun book to read. I don't know if I want to
Grandma
watch
got
that.
ran over by a reindeer. Because then,
I put that one there because I recently learned a very interesting fact about this movie that Richard Attenborough, when he was doing sign language with the girl, she didn't know that he knew how to sign. So when she reacts that way, like live on camera, that is a genuine reaction to seeing him use sign language with her.
I love
so
that.
like when I saw that, I was like, well, fuck me. How can you not like that movie then? Like it was just one of those things of like, you're right, Brian. It's insane that we're putting Santa Claus on trial, but Richard Richard Attenborough is just a fantastic actor. And then the lady, the young little woman who plays Matilda, who's in that, I can't remember her name. They're both just so good. So
I agree. So then the last list here. So Doug's first through fifth picks were The Santa Claus, Miracle on 34th Street, Home Alone 2, Love Actually, Jingle All the Way. And then for me, it's Elf, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, Die Hard, The Holiday, and The Nightmare Before Christmas.
You know what? That's not a bad lineup for all of us.
I think that list
I think each day would be like 3 different days for me, and all of these like are pretty cohesive. Like I'm not mad at that.
No, The Nightmare Before Christmas, I gotta adjust. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna have to adjust that game plan a little bit. I think I'm starting with that if I'm watching.
I would absolutely
to get it out the way, right?
Look, it's a good transition. I can't lie. It's a great transition from fall to winter. And then I like the variety that I have. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, like I picked this list, so I think I have great taste, right? But
you killed it with Die Hard because that's a hell of a tempo up. That's like an up tempo right there, going Die Hard into the holiday.
The nice thing about Die Hard,
to get disengaged with like heavy dialogue of like The Holiday and National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. You start to get like. You're like, oh, there's just a lot happening in both of these. And you're like, I just need to see some shit blow up. Die Hard.
It's a great holiday palate cleanser because you got a guy in a gray bloody shirt, like slinging all these one-liners. And then you can go back to something like The Holiday where it's like Jude Law being like, my last wife died of cancer and I'm still looking for love with my daughters. Like, you're like, it's like, it's a good, tugging on the heartstrings, and then you're seeing machine guns. It's nice. It's nice.
Balance. Life is all about balance.
Balance.
In full disclosure, the wrench that threw me was when Marcus took It's a Wonderful Life.
So
that also,
I didn't want Jingle All the Way.
I know you didn't. I know you didn't.
I know you're waiting for it.
I know you didn't.
I didn't want either one.
I knew that you didn't want, because you didn't immediately pick Jingle All the Way when it was like the last 3.
Yeah.
I was like, I know he's avoiding those 2, so let me go ahead and just take It's a Wonderful Life right now off your plate to make you pick. You got to make a decision, but
because Jingle All the Way, I watched that last night actually with Brittany. Like we just threw it on because
that's with Turbo Man, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ, yes, it's with Turbo
Heck
Man.
yes.
I don't think anyone understood. Well, I don't know who gave Sinbad direction in that movie.
Watch it.
But his fucking shit is unhinged. They're standing outside the toy store, and he's like, come on, man, we all got the, like, you know what it's like to be a dad? We got the pressure. He's like, and kids are wanting this and wanting this. And then you got to deal with your wife, and they're going to make an alimony payment to a woman who slept in every single person in the post office but me. And I'm like, this is a fucking kids movie. Like,
that's what made Sinbad the greatest, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's PG. This movie is the things he says. He tries to give a bomb to a radio station. This
Excellent.
is a kids movie.
Love that. I love that. I love Sinbad. Shout out
Good for
Sinbad, man. I
Sinbad.
hope he's somewhere doing
Also,
well.
I'd like
my
to
good
point
man.
out that the Big Show is in that movie.
The Big Show
that's
is in that
right.
movie.
That's
Big
right.
Show is in that movie.
I need to rewatch all these. We didn't put any. There was no. I think it's interesting of what didn't get put up here. I know this was like random. There was no science to it, but like seeing Love Actually is also very interesting because I guess I didn't consider Love Actually a Christmas movie.
I mean,
it is. I mean, it leads up to Christmas. I feel like.
I feel like it's worked its way in there since like the 2010s, in my opinion. Like, I don't know.
I think all of the events of that movie take place the
Oh,
week
it damn sure
leading
is.
up to
Oh,
Christmas.
that's not the movie I was thinking of. I was thinking of what's the one with Sandra Bullock that she goes on the world tour.
Sandra Bullock goes on a world tour.
She falls in love. Is it Sandra Bullock?
Is it Butterscotch Soda, the holiday edition?
Fuck it. Don't even look it up. Let's just move on. I don't even want to talk about it.
Are you thinking of The Proposal with Ryan Reynolds?
No, no. Oh, it's not. Maybe it's not Sandra Bullock. It's she's in Ocean's 13.
Okay.
She is the wife of she was a Pretty Woman.
Oh, Julia Roberts?
Julia Roberts did a movie with her traveling the world.
Are you talking
Pray,
about
Love?
Eat, Pray, Love. That's the movie I was thinking about. I was thinking of Eat, Pray, Love instead of Love Actually the entire time.
That's
Look,
amazing.
Marcus, I was being an asshole when I said it, but you also kind of earned that one.
I did Butterscotch Soda the fuck out there. I did.
I kind of want to like make movie posters, Marcus. I want to write. I want to like make the posters of like the people you're talking about. So like make Sandra Bullock on there and then write Eat, Pray, Love. Like it's a real movie poster with Sandra Bullock in the foreground. Hey, wait a minute.
No. The movie is it's called The World Tour, and it's just Sandra Bullock standing outside of an airplane. Like that's all.
I love this. We need the Butterscotch Soda movie bracket.
We need an artist just take all the movies I'll be fucking up with my word association.
No, I love it.
You
know, it's a fun little game in itself. I love it. I love it. I had IMDb. I was going down everything.
Butterscotch Soda is a thing that I didn't solidify, but I never know what the fuck it is.
I think Gunpowder Milkshake just kind of came and went from,
that
Netflix.
one didn't stick around at all.
We still talk about it.
Gunpowder Milkshake. Y'all act like I was way off with the Butterscotch Soda with Gunpowder Milkshake. That shit is a crazy title.
Also, would love to see the AI generated poster for that one too.
That would be crazy.
Butterscotch Soda.
That sounds disgusting.
No,
actually, that sounds pretty good.
Right?
Actually,
Gunpowder Milkshake. Okay,
a Butterscotch Soda would be pretty. That'd be pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
That's
I imagine it's like a sweeter root, like a sweeter.
Yeah,
cream
that's exactly like a sweet cream soda. Yeah. That'd be pretty good.
I do want to say that Roman in the chat was trying to help you by saying Miscongeniality.
No, not Miscongeniality. That's a classic though.
Journey.
Miscongeniality is a fucking classic.
Man, this makes me happy. Wow, that was great. That was a great way to end our holiday draft. Excellent pick.
That was great. That was a great palate cleanser from capitalism.
Right? Yeah.
And we definitely need that.
Every day.
Gentlemen, what do you all have to plug?
Let me play some music.
Oh man, I haven't done this in a while. Hey folks, so go over to thelovenerds.com. That's my wife's website, her small business that she runs. You can go over there, check out all of her recipes, all of her crafts, everything in between. She also has an Etsy shop, etsy.com/thelovenerds.
Absolutely. Marcus?
Yeah. You know what it is, baby. Follow the mantra, never offended, always humble. I got some Big Texas merch on the way. I got to figure out what store I'm gonna sell it in. Actually, fellas, I was wondering if we could start a Films in Black and White store, and sell it through there.
Love that.
So we can, we'll talk about it. But Big Texas is on the way. I got new music dropping on Wednesday. This on my birthday. I'm dropping a new song. Tahitian Treat. It will be out. I decided just to drop that just to say thank you to everybody who was listening to me on Spotify. The goal is to go for 3 for 3. And so, we dropped Big Texas, we dropped Extortion, and now we're going to drop Tahitian Treat to wrap up the year. Just more rapping for your head tops this movie. This song is the intro to the project Big Texas. So when you listen to it, keep that in mind. But I hope you enjoy it. I hope you love it. Thank you for being great supporters and great listeners. Whether it's 2 streams or 236 like Roman, I appreciate y'all. I never thought that people would listen to the music in the way that they do, and I'm glad that they grab it when they need it. So follow the mantra, never offended, always humble. Tahitian Treat is out right now. If you're listening to the podcast, baby, I love you.
Absolutely. I'm just glad somebody remembers that soda, because that was, I always feel,
Oh,
that one always
so
felt
good.
like a fever. That one always felt like a fever
It's my
dream.
favorite.
Like
That's
you're
one of my
like,
favorites.
did I drink that? Or
Yeah. It's
was
straight
there
sugar.
and oh,
It's straight
pure sugar.
diabetes, but it
Yeah.
is so good.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite drinks. Yeah, they sell it at
Yeah.
Casey's. The
Oh, get the fuck out.
Casey's. It's called Casey's Fruit Punch, and it tastes just like a Tahitian Treat.
Okay, that's good to know. I have to check
Yeah.
that out.
Yeah.
I have 2 things to plug. First
It
is
is.
any other streaming service other than StreamYard. The second is, look, if you enjoyed our conversation about the WB merger and then our little Christmas game, recommend us to a friend or a family member. That is the best way to support those independent podcasts that you love. We got other stuff coming in terms of pod stuff. Patreon stuff's going to get worked out and launched when we launch season 7. So, pretty excited about it. So stay tuned for more. But gentlemen, we have a 3-step process to success. And Bryan, triumphant return.
Oh,
What
man,
is that
hell yeah.
first step?
Hey, folks, I'm here to tell you to read a book, mostly because I have not had a chance to read a book. So go read a book for me. That would be great. I would love to just spend 2 hours just being in a world with words and pictures you make in your brain. Go read a book, please.
Absolutely. Marcus, what's that second step?
Hey, make sure you drink some water, man. If you're trying to get some birthday ass, you can't do it without drinking some water. You taste like a fucking acid battery, dog. You know what I mean? You need to drink some water. That piss is knocking you out because it smells like ammonia. Make sure you just treat yourself to the nice stuff. You know what I mean? Some spring water. I've been drinking Propel. I think that's also good. But drink shit with no flavor in it. So you just understand what regular water tastes like. Drink your
Put
spit.
your mouth
You
on the
need
tap.
something.
Yeah.
What?
On the tap. Put your mouth on
Oh.
the tap. Like from the
Oh.
tap.
Oh,
I
got
thought
it.
that's
What did you all
yeah.
think?
All
I
right.
did?
Yep.
Doug, what's the third step? Let's just move.
The
let's-
third step is to wash your ass. You're
Move
also
on.
not getting any birthday ass if you stink. So make sure you clean yourself, and make sure that you're ready for birthday ass, because it's important. And
I'm
then
also not getting any birthday ass, by the way. So I just said that as an example, but not my example. So there's that.
Well, you're the one. I'm manifesting birthday ass for you. So
I appreciate
just
that. Thank you.
clean
Well,
yourself
AKA.
before you-
That's what I birthday ass.
Wow.
But yeah, also you're going to be indoors with a lot of people because
Yes,
of the
Bryan,
holidays.
yes.
So make sure you wash your ass.
Yes.
I would also like to point out that Marcus has now made me very concerned about my ashiness. I was in the gym today and I looked down at my legs and I was like,
Hey, you
I
see
need to
it.
drink more water. I'm pretty
You-
ashy.
Yep.
you
And I
just
just
hanging
said
out
it
with black
quietly
folks.
to myself, like no one else heard me.
That's when you grab the cocoa butter and you just
Yep,
slather
so,
that motherfucker right on. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's and also to your step 2, drink more water. It's important.
Drink more water.
This was a great episode. It was
so
outstanding.
good.
I had a lot of fun. Hope you all did too. We'll be back next week with another fantastic episode. But in the meantime, in the between time, stay safe, stay healthy. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We'll catch y'all next week.
Welcome back, Bryan.
It's good to be back. Back.
Yeah,
Back, baby.
yeah.
I'll be back.
Yeah, bring it back. The boys is home, baby. The trio is back. You dig? Tell your mama, tell your papa.